What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here to talk about Zoro and Sanji. So I haven't actually made a showcase with them yet, haven't done one for Yamato yet, but do expect one in the near future. But we're going to be talking about, Zoro and Sanji, just showing him off in a couple of arena pieces of content. And there's just a few things I want to bring up in regards to this unit. Now, I think out of the 3 debuting New Year's characters, this is the most impressive one. Now, despite the fact that we do use him as captain in this content, he is definitely a usable captain. In my opinion, the best usage for this guy is going to be as a crewmate. Not only does he have just amazing abilities just across the board, but his crewmate abilities as well just even add to his usability. Having this really crazy crewmate ability to just get all these additional effects, with recovery and tandem beneficial to the crew, dex and quick matching to himself, you obtain recovery slots with perfect, add 0.1 to the chain. For some reason that crewmate ability is absurd. And then the other one, reducing 1 turn of despair. This is the first crewmate ability in the game to have this effect, and it's amazing to just remove 1 turn of despair all the time, whilst also having fear resistance. And also he has fear resistance as a captain too, which is pretty dope. Inflicting that to the whole crew is a really, really nice effect. But the other thing about Zoro and Sanji that you have to be very, very careful about is their switch effect. Their switch effect is very unique because it basically gives you those tandem slots and the 1.3 attack and all boost every single turn. But the other thing you have to be careful about is that when they're in their solo form, that every time you consume a recovery, a tandem slot, or a Wano slot, it actually reduces their super switch gauge. And, with these dual units, you want to make sure that you're super swapping into the right character, because if it's a strength boss, you want to be super swapping into Sanji for that quick typing. And if you, tap with the wrong slot on this guy, that actually can be problematic. So you do have to be very cautious about that. But this switch effect, being able to guarantee tandem slots, is absurd because of all of these characters that have these super tandem abilities, and you can actually just generate these tandem slots for you, so you can activate these super tandems whenever you want, which is absolutely insanity. And the fact that this character's super tandem can actually activate on any stage, it's not one of those super tandems that could be on a final stage, it just even adds to the usability of this character, because the character's super tandem, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is actually very, very good. As you can see, versus this Kawamatsu fight, we get through it super comfortably. Of course, you need to build a team with predominantly Straw Hats, Scabbards, those types of units to access the EX Super and the Super Tandem, and this special animation is amazing. So moving on to the next clip, it's going to be against Sasaki, which I guess is kind of like one of the more high-end difficult arenas because there's just a lot of gimmicks, and basically to get around it you kind of need to use a captain that resists special reverse, essentially. And we're going to be using a Gear 5 friend, and this is one of the great things about this unit as a whole, is the fact that they can synergize with some of the best units in the game, Gear 5 obviously being one of the best, if not the best, unit in the game. And this guy being able to resist not only bind, but special reverse is obviously very, very good. Now, another thing that we need to talk about, this, is the character's special, because it is so freaking good. So this character's special ability, of course, gets buffed when you have them in their dual form, but it does, like, really good damage, and then it also enables you to remove 7 turns of threshold and defense up. Like, that's amazing. Good effects to remove enemies' defensive effects. And then it also increases your crew's attack and all boost by 0.5. Now, the thing about this that's really good is because if you activate their super switch and then use their special, as we're doing in this clip right now, you get given a 2.25 attack and all boost for all characters that can be overwritten. But when you use their special, you basically get a full full board of tandem slots, you know, with their super switch. You have that 2.25 attack and all boost, which is now going to become a 2.75 attack and all boost. And this character, when you launch their special, also provides you with 1.75 chain multiplicative buff, which is the biggest chain multiplicative buff in the game, and a 2.0 chain addition. And then, of course, if you use their special while they're in their dual form, you get the effect of changing everyone to a slasher free spirit character. Now, the big reason why this is good is because you can use Zoro and Sanji's EX Super to give Super Free Spirit and Super Slasher to all characters, meaning that your whole crew gets the double classes of Super Class. So it basically gives everyone a 1.44 times stat boost across the board. And another reason why changing everyone into Slasher Free Spirit, you're going to see in this clip right now, when we activate the effect of Usopp in this clip, we have the support of Jinbei, which locks the slot of your Free Spirit characters for one turn. Because everyone is Free Spirit, it actually locks everybody's slot. So you see, normally you wouldn't be able to lock that Chopper's slot in this instance because he's normally Shooter Cerebral. So that's just one aspect of the way that you can abuse this mechanic, and it's going to be really dope in the future to use it even more. And even his Super Tandem, it gives buffs to Slasher Free Spirit, I believe it is. So this will actually work for the whole crew because everyone is transformed into Slasher and Free Spirit. I love this new mechanic that this character has, and you see the Super Tandem activating here. If you do get it to level 5, it's a 2.5 attack boost to Slasher Free Spirit and buffing the multiplier of Dex Wano Recovery Tandem up to 2.75. The amount of damage you get with this Super Tandem alone is so good. This character is just a one-man army. One thing we haven't really touched up on is the EX Super, because the EX Super, as we've already touched up on, you know, the fact that everyone is Slasher Free Spirit, everyone gets the buffs of the super classes. But the thing is the effect that the EX Super gives you, in my opinion, just it isn't that great. It does give you more damage, which is cool, and you can use it as a crewmate, which again is another reason why it's so good, and why this character is pretty much one of the best crewmates in the entire game. But it does give you the tap timing chain buff, which does stack with their chain multiplicative buff and their chain addition from their special ability. And another thing to note as well, make sure to use the special of Zoro and Sanji first before using the EX Super, because you need to transform everyone into Slasher Free Spirit. I'm pretty sure you have to transform them first before the EX Super can actually give everyone the super classes. I'm not too sure if you activate super class and then use the special to transform everyone into Slasher Free Spirit, whether that would work or not. But just across the board, this is going to be a very powerful character moving forward, and I do think this is going to be one of the best legends that we see this year. And it is going to be interesting to see if they opt to do this type of mechanic again for something different, for different classes. We'll have to wait and see, but it does have much potential moving forward. Zoro and Sanji get access to some of the best supports in the game as well, which just further adds to their usability. And they work well and synergize with, obviously, other Straw Hats, the Scabbards, all of those types of units. This is going to be a unit you want to have on your account. Definitely the best of the New Year's Legends so far, even if there is any more, but this is going to be it. We'll have to wait and see how good this character is overall throughout the year. But hopefully you did enjoy this one. I think this unit is absolutely amazing. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. On that, I'll see you guys within the next video.
もう十分君臨したろう。席を開けろお前ら。